Hi, I'm Brent Kuhn. Uh, I've seen a lot of TV commercials from lawyers advertising for asbestos cases. And not saying there aren't some good ones out there, but I would say this. You don't need to go to a law firm out of town to have the asbestos claims that you may be suffering from properly represented. I've been doing this for 40 years. I was involved in some of the earliest asbestos litigation in our country. I was involved in the largest litigation in the country in the famous Semino case that took place in 1990 where we were in trial for a year. So the other thing that we bring to the table is not only that wealth of experience. I've probably tried more asbestos cases than just about any other lawyer in the country over the last 40 years. But the issue now is really mostly regarding bankruptcies. The vast majority of the defendants to the litigation that I was involved in over all those years, the insulation materials and all the plants, chemical plants, paper mills, shipyards, and elsewhere. John Manville, Fiberboard, Pittsburgh Corning, Owens Corning, all of those companies, the vast majority of them filed bankruptcy. They didn't have enough insurance to outlast the wave of litigation. There's been probably 1 million claims filed or more over the years. And as a result of that, they filed bankruptcy, but in those bankruptcies, there was some remaining insurance left and there was some financial cash on hand and transfer of stocks that came from these plants in order to discharge from bankruptcy. And what we did in those days, and again, this is bankruptcies that we established 10, 20, some of them even 30 years ago. I think Manville was created in the mid-1980s. From all of these bankruptcies, my experience is that, one, I helped create many of them because my firm was always heavily involved in this arena. The bankruptcy courts usually appointed me to a small team of lawyers that were specialized in bankruptcy and specialized in asbestos litigation to help shape the table and to create the Asbestos Bankruptcy Trust. And the way we set these up was not just to pay the present claims that were pending at the time, but to take many times the hundreds of millions of dollars or even billions of dollars in additional assets we were able to obtain in those bankruptcies and create what was called an evergreen bankruptcy trust. So the monies that you see that are in these trusts now, the $30 billion that some other law firms advertise about, these monies were mostly created by me and friends of mine in the asbestos arena that helped set up these trusts for the present victims and those future victims. And now those future victims are 10, 20, and even 30 years later, and there's money still set aside and available to pay them. And I've been involved in not only helping set up and create those bankruptcy trusts, but in many of them, I'm still a member of the advisory committee of those trusts to make sure that claims that have merit are getting paid in as timely basis as possible, and that the corpus of these trusts, the many hundreds of millions of dollars that we were able to get to put in the trust in the first place, are properly invested so that the monies that they make off these investments create enough interest, additional funding to add to the corpus of the trust so that we can continue to pay claims not only now but into the future. So if you want an attorney to look at your case, you want an attorney that knows how the bankruptcy process works and how to get your claims through the asbestos bankruptcy process, you can't do better than our firm, because we've been here as longer than any other firm out there, have handled more of these claims than almost anybody out there, and not only help set and create these bankruptcy trusts, but still oversee those trusts all over the country. And so you can't do better. We don't charge anymore. You get all that extra experience and you get it right here in your own backyard. So for all those reasons, if you have questions concerning a potential asbestos claim, give us a call. That's Brent Kuhn, 409-222-2222. Thanks.
Brent Kuhn & Associates is a nationally recognized law firm and the epitome of the 21st century law practice. The firm has built its reputation on the satisfaction of its clients and the respect of both colleagues and opponents. Our mission is to help ensure that individuals' rights are protected and their well-being respected. For more information about Brent Kuhn & Associates and current litigation, please visit bkuhnlaw.com.